I was on Instagram and there's this great quote from Abraham Lincoln by Sonny the Farmer. His Instagram account is pretty cool. The greatest fine art of the future will be the making of a comfortable living from a small piece of land. Think about that. That's exactly what we're trying to do. I haven't heard that quote since before this morning, but I mean, that's the dream, right? Own a piece of land if you can make enough money off of your land, whether that's, I don't know, you're a blacksmith, you're a carpenter, you own a landscaping business and you just use your property as your yard to go work. Or you pigs and poultry and vegetables, or you're seasonally selling pumpkins or anything. I mean, if you're making a living off of your land and you could pay your mortgage or you could pay it off, what more do you need? I mean, that is a honorable goal. And, you know, you won't be sitting in traffic for 2 to 4 hours a day. Yeah, so my channel is going to be about us trying to make a living off of our relatively small piece of land. I don't own a 1,000-acre cattle ranch. 60 acres is big. You could do this on 1 acre. And your mortgage would be cheaper than ours. It's raining, so not much is going to get done outside. Hopefully I can start to get some stuff put away in my little office area, inside the house, and in the garage. I don't know about you guys, but I hate saying anxiety because so many people use that excuse. You know, and everything's cluttered. I feel like I can't get anything done, or I don't even want to start a project. Half the time it is a project, just trying to find the right tool for the job. And we just moved again, and I know it's only been 2 weeks, so I might be beating myself up for no reason, but I mean, this garage is a mess. It's hard to do anything. I don't even have a work surface to put the blade back on the chainsaw when it falls off of the chain. You know, just small repairs. I can't even find the motivation to do that because working on the floor sucks, and digging through toolboxes that after I've moved sucks even harder, trying to find stuff. Yeah, this video, maybe I'll just do some talking and I'll put video over it, maybe some music. I don't know. It seems like a lot of you guys like the even just like nice B-roll footage of what's going on around the farm without me rambling for an hour. Waylon, this dog's having a hard time with the rain. He's like, throw the stick in the garage, please, for the love of God. Oh man, I just hit that trailer that I'm trying to sell. Yeah, so this morning, actually, speaking of jobs, I went out and I filled out an application. We went to an estate sale yesterday, and I was just kind of bullshitting with the 2 ladies that were running it. And I just said, hey, do you know anybody that needs, you know, I got to make some extra cash. Do you know anybody that might be hiring? And they suggested a landscaping company. I've always entertained the idea of starting a landscaping business for myself. Seems like not easy work, but honest work that would keep me busy, and it would allow me to own tools that we could use on our property. But anyways, I said that, so I went and I went to the yard and I filled out an application. Surprisingly, the place was huge. They had nice trucks, huge crew, so maybe it like wouldn't be a bad job. Ideally, I want to be self-employed out here, but right now, I mean, it takes money to make money, whatever it is I want to do, and I still don't know what I want to do. I'm a 33-year-old guy and I don't know what I want to do. Maybe a lot of you have that same problem and you're just stuck doing what you don't want to do. I was a union pipe fitter for 8 years, I think. And I still could go back to doing that, but I didn't enjoy the work. I mean, if it was a small job, I enjoyed the work, but I hate working with hundreds to thousands of people. I don't like all the bureaucratic bullshit of these big jobs. It just eats away at me. So maybe a whole new career change could be fun and interesting. Obviously, it takes a lot of time to do stuff around here, but it also takes a lot of money to do stuff around here. One day, hopefully, YouTube's paying the bills. That would be awesome. But until then, I'll have to get a job eventually. Every time I dip into my savings or I start using my credit card again to buy stuff, after I just went through hell trying to pay it off, that's no fun. So I think I'd rather go back to work than start accumulating more debt. um, so yeah, the landscaping business, not for me, but to go work there, that could be cool. And I was filling out an application and I'm like, I could do CAD, layout, design. I'm a mechanic. I could weld. There's a lot of things I could do besides dig holes in the ground. And I also wouldn't mind doing the outside work. I'm actually, all the work we've been doing out here, I really enjoy it. Me and Leanne, we did a budget not too long ago, and we only need to make like each make $15 an hour, and our expenses are covered. And that's like from last month's budget when we were in Oregon, like all our expenses are covered as far as eating out, traveling, paying the rent, which is far less than our mortgages here. So we don't need to make that much money. So therefore, I don't need to put myself through hell trying to make a substantial amount of money if I don't enjoy the job. So maybe I can bounce around and find a new work that is fulfilling. We have a Ferguson plumbing supply house in town. One of my buddy's dads works there. He's about to retire. I mean, he's lived his whole life, or he's worked there, I think, his whole career. And I mean, they got a good house, big truck, hot rods, all the toys. I mean, he's a sales guy. I never thought about being in sales or doing sales, but I mean, I'm knowledgeable about plumbing fixtures and appliances and the piping. So maybe that could be a career that I could jump into, and I get to stay dry and, I don't know, hang out with the guys in the shop. Maybe that'd be a good job for a while. I kind of want to find a butcher or two in town. I've thought about putting in an application there. That would be a cool job. Work under a butcher and just learn some meat processing skills. I don't know how much help they would need. But these are just thoughts that I'm having as far as work goes. I mean, I would say that I'm an expert in some things, but Maggie, I know, Waylon's being mean, huh? Waylon, leave it. I'm an expert in certain career fields, but I'd also say that I don't enjoy those career fields. And I could weld, TIG, stick, MIG. I was a diesel mechanic before, not a good one, but I mean, I could change parts and I can diagnose some stuff and I could read a service manual. I don't think I want to do that anymore, though. I just want to learn something new. If I could get on with the general contractor doing carpentry, that would be great. My house is literally falling apart that we bought. It needs major repairs. I don't think it's rocket science, but it would just be a fun job to learn something new, a new set of skills. So that's kind of just where my brain's at right now. This vlog is just kind of me rambling. But I have a lot of friends that reach out and say they enjoy it. They watch it every day. And I'm shocked by that. I really appreciate it. I also have a lot of real good friends that don't reach out at all about it. Not that I have an issue with that. I mean, maybe they just don't care what Kyle's doing. They already know what Kyle's doing. Kyle's an asshole. Always has been, and he's going to get by. And they probably know that. But for everybody that doesn't know me, it's fun me just opening up and letting you know what's going on in my life after we just made this huge change. And now I'm about to probably make a career change out here as well. And we're in the unknown. We're in the thick of it. But, you know, it's crazy. I mean, when I was in that landscaping parking lot, dudes were showing up in new trucks, their personal trucks before they were going to their work trucks. They're well dressed. They're happy. Everybody was just bullshitting in the office while I was filling out an application. Maggie, give it a rest. Hey, give it a rest. So this area of the country from where I came from, I mean, I grew up in California, but even in Oregon, whether it was Bend or the Portland, Hillsboro area, you have to make $100,000 a year to even think about buying a house. Out here, these guys are probably making $15 to $20 an hour, and that's enough to drive a newer vehicle, to own a house. A lot of people's wives aren't working. It's just a different way of living out here. So the stress for me of wanting to provide for Leanne and our family in the future isn't as heavy as me needing to do a career that I despise to make a good salary or just a good income, a good wage. The union work is great. I was glad I was working union, because if I wasn't, I'd be doing the same job, worse conditions, and probably making half the wage. For everybody that's watching this and they're not union, they're in a right to work state, I'm not shitting on you guys. I'm not like a diehard union guy. I don't like them telling me how to vote and all that stuff, but I'll gladly pay $40 a month in my dues to make $30 more an hour. That's something you should consider. And your working conditions are better. So, yeah, that's just kind of what's going on today. I'm just going to bullshit with you. I'm going to try to get this garage cleaned up. Oh, man. You know, I'm gonna build a workbench soon for here. I don't know how you guys would lay this place out. It's a single car garage, but it is pretty wide for being a single car garage. I don't know. It's probably 12, 13 feet wide. It's deep for a single car garage, which is cool. So I've never done any sheetrock work, and I don't know how long this house is going to stay here. So as far as how much money I want to put into this project, but maybe I could start by, I'll sheetrock it. Who knows? Sheetrock it, paint it white. Clean slate, it'd be bright. I could get work done in here. That wouldn't be a bad thing. But yeah, it needs cabinets. I need a workbench. I actually have to get my toolboxes out of the trailer and put them in here. One of the casters on my super heavy Kennedy box, it rattled loose on the road trip, so the caster's like just floating there. I can't even roll it out. So I got to go in there with the car jack it up, fix the caster. Then I can roll it out here. But I mean, there's like shit everywhere in here that I don't like or want. So it's just overwhelming. It's like, where do you start? There's so much mess. Where do you start? And I guess just chipping away at it is the only way to start with anything. So I'm gonna get to work. You guys have a good day. And thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Subscribe. Make sure you sell the shit you're not using. Pay off your debts. And buy some property and go have some fun. Live a good life.